It is mid-December and I'm leaving the car here at a Forest Service pull off here on a dirt road to walk down this little side trail and see if we can't find some mushrooms that are still growing, some edible mushrooms. I'm currently at 1,000 feet elevation and here on the west side of the Cascades. So you can see here, there's no snow on the ground. We're in the evergreen forest, tons of firs and hemlock trees, Douglas fir trees. This is a great big ancient western cedar tree. And I'm just gonna walk along this mossy little trail, occasionally dipping off the trail. Today I'm hoping to find chanterelle mushrooms, maybe some hedgehog mushrooms if we're lucky. Those are nice and winter tolerant for the most part. Maybe some winter chanterelles, and who knows what else. Here's some beautiful conchs here, red-belted conch, growing on this old log. So let's go exploring and see what we can find. So when looking for the right kind of habitat, I was just kind of walking in a dark corridor of trees. That's pretty good habitat. And just a few feet later, I've opened up into this alder thicket. And this is not typically where I find the good edible mushrooms that I'm looking for, at least not the chanterelles and the hedgehogs, which is what I'm after today. But that's not to say that there's not other cool mushrooms, like these coral mushrooms. We'll keep traveling a little bit further here, and hopefully the forest will thicken up again with those hemlocks and Douglas firs. Looks like I'm leaving the big cottonwood and alder opening and headed back here into the forest. So keep my eyes peeled now. The chanterelles stand out because they're usually a nice golden, orangey yellow color, buttery yellow, and that kind of stands out here amongst the green. The hedgehogs might not stand out quite as much depending on their color and the leaves around. They're usually a little bit more cream to peach colored, not quite that yellow. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for both. And in fact, I think I see some yellow sticking up through the ferns back here. Let me bring you over there. Oh yeah. Looks like some yellow of the chanterelle maybe. Oh, the winter chanterelles. Okay, we can bring some of these home. This is a nice patch. Oh yeah. The winter chanterelle is a different species than the Pacific golden chanterelle. Related to each other, but different species. Here, the winter chanterelle. It's very common here this time of year. You can see the underside, just like the Pacific chanterelle, has veins instead of gills. The indentation at the top is a sure sign of that winter chanterelle with that belly button-like indentation. So, we'll take some of these. All right, look at them. Awesome. Well, it's not exactly the thing I'm hoping to find, but it's surely early in the day. We're about 5 minutes into this, and these can be a great day saver if you're not finding much else. These are great. I love to saute these up until they're golden crispy, got a little crunch to them and some butter, and that is a delicious addition to most dishes. I just stepped back onto the main trail that I'm following here, and look what caught my eye. Here we go. This buttery gold is a teeny tiny chanterelle. That one is so little and old, I'm gonna leave it. But right next to it are a couple more. We'll pick these little guys. Here we go, the yellow of the golden chanterelle. Here it is. This is a teeny tiny little baby one, but it is the middle of December, and this is in prime condition. Even though it's small, this is perfect. It's not mushy at all. Take both of these teeny tiny little babies. Perfect. This is a good sign. And we'll just take a little peek. We found those right here. Let me just take a peek off the trail to see if there's not a couple more. Again. Well, let's see what we have here. Oh, exciting, you guys. This is the belly button hedgehog mushroom. Wow. Can you see on the underside that instead of gills or veins, this actually has teeth that stick down? And look, there's a patch of them right here. Look at these. Let me pick these for you. Show you. Wow, look at the teeth. Oh, this is a great edible. This is the belly button hedgehog mushroom in the Hydenum family. What a great edible. Look at these. Wow, I'm so excited about these. Belly button hedgehog mushrooms. The Hydenum umbilicatum, like umbilical, like belly button. There they are. A couple little itty bitty bugs under there. Let me show you this. So the teeth on the underside here is how they release their spores. And they're very brittle. They can come right off, actually, if you just scratch them. The whole mushroom is edible, but sometimes these little teeth can make a big mess. So you can scrape them off if you want, or leave them on. For now, they seem like they're pretty firmly attached for the most part. So I'm just gonna leave them on and we can keep hunting. Yes. Glad we stepped off the trail. Oh. Whoa. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you see that? That is the cauliflower mushroom in the Spiraceous family. And this is the biggest one I've ever seen. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look how big it is. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Just break off a little hunk of this to show everybody. This Spiraceous mushroom, or this cauliflower mushroom, is an edible mushroom. And in fact, a couple of years ago, I harvested one of these, maybe a quarter of the size of this one, and used it as a egg noodle substitute and made like a beef stroganoff. And it was really good, though I will be honest with you, my wife and I both prefer the regular egg noodles as opposed to the cauliflower mushroom. But it was a very close comparison. So I think if I were to harvest this one again and eat it again in that recipe, I would do a blend of some noodles and some cauliflower mushroom together. That would be my preference. But you let me know in the comments what your favorite recipe with these are. I don't think I will be harvesting this one today because it looks a little past its prime. It seems like it's already starting to decompose a little bit. And is not very firm anymore. So I'm gonna leave this here, but I am so impressed with the size of this giant mushroom. And I don't find this one very commonly, so I'm very excited to see it here. This is a giant, look at the bark on this Douglas fir. Deeply furrowed, thick, chunky bark. last week I did a video all about trees and how to identify them. So check that out if you want to know more about trees. All right, let's keep going. That is a fun find. I am beyond impressed already with the amount of delicious culinary edible mushrooms I'm finding here in the middle of December. Here's another clue for the western chanterelle. Just a little stumpy stem of one. Still no big ones. Lots of other goodies though. This is a fun mushroom. The little jelly cat's tongue. Look at the teeth on this. Somewhat related to the hedgehog mushroom because of the teeth. Here's a whole bunch of them. This is an edible mushroom that's pretty flavorless and has a weird kind of gummy-like texture. So people can actually make this into a candy. I did it once. Mine didn't come out perfect, but people will like soak these in some sugar and lemon or whatever type of flavoring you want to do, orange or whatever, and kind of let them dry out to make a type of candy with it. So cat's tongue jelly fungus here because of that rough, soft but rough teeth-like texture on the bottom. So thought that's kind of a fun one to show. There's a good patch of them right here. So that would be a good collection if you were trying to make some gummy candies with. I think I found something good. Right down here, the base of the hemlock tree. Take a look. See that creamy peach colored top? Let's take a look at its underside. Oh yeah, look at that. See the teeth on there? This is another hedgehog mushroom, and this is a different species of hedgehog than those previous belly button hedgehogs. This one is, I'm not sure its exact species name. Again, it's in the genus Hydnum. And this species, it might be like the Organense or something like that. But in any case, this is the hedgehog that I'm really looking for, because you can see it's so much bigger than those tiny belly button hedgehogs. And the flavor and texture of these is remarkably great. Just gonna go ahead and cut off the dirty bit of the stem here so that it doesn't make a big mess in our basket. And I'll just throw that off into the forest off the side of the trail and kind of brush off. There's some leaves on the top here. And then what I like to do too, because of all these very fine teeth, you can see they really just come right off, and these will just make a mess of everything. Even though they're edible, I'll just give them a little scrape with the back edge of my knife, and they come right off. Just kind of give it a little brush too. And now we have a clean, delicious hedgehog mushroom to put right here in the basket. Oh, and I think I just spotted a full-sized golden chanterelle. Oh yeah, I did. Yes. Oh, this is just a beaut, Clark. Look at that. Oh, a couple of them. Nice. Look at that. This one's in pretty good condition too. It's definitely seen a little bit of rain in the past, but it's still firm. It's not mushy and gross. So this is going in the basket. Its little friend next to it though, that one seems a little past prime. So we'll leave that one. What a great little spot. Just right there, the hedgehog, and just right here, the golden chanterelle. So I'm just gonna make a little circle around here and see what other goodies we can find. Tromped around off the trail there for a good 5-10 minutes and didn't really see a lot of mushrooms back there. So gonna head back here on this little trail and keep exploring. I might have found another small cluster. Oh, and maybe a few more of the belly button hedgehog. Let's take a look. and see if this is correct. Yeah, it is. Look at, here they are. And there's another one. There's a few more right over there. Let's take a look here. Awesome. These are a great edible score. Look at, here's a big one. Yeah. Look, it's actually two fused together in the basket. And I know there's a few more of them I can see from here. Looks like there's some scattered in the ferns. Here in the sword ferns. Nice. Oh yeah. Bunches of them now. Look. Here in the ferns. There we go. Witch's jelly, look at that. Very abundant flush of them. Edible, but not choice, so just gonna leave that growing there. Wow, look at the color of this lobster mushroom. Holy cow. Ooh, it's mushy though. Oh yeah, the backside, oh, it's so mushy. Gross. But that is a Rusula brevips that has been taken over by a parasitic mushroom or parasitic fungi that turns it into this lobster mushroom. It changes the shape, the texture, the color, the flavor of the mushroom, and turns this white mushroom into that lobster red color. So we'll leave that one there because it's all mushy and gross. But wow, we are finding such a diversity of mushrooms today. This is so fun. Okay, I'm gonna hike my way back up to the car and go scout out another spot. Let's do a little peek here. We've got a nice handful of mushrooms going. I'd love to get a few more. Let's keep going. Right at the next spot, so we're gonna go down this closed off Forest Service road. Grab our mushrooms. All right, here we go. Just checked our elevation and I'm at about just below 1,300 feet elevation. So I didn't drive terribly far, just got a little bit higher, about 250, 300 feet higher. Same kind of forest habitat here. And so we'll keep exploring, probably find some of the same, who knows? Okay, let's see what we found here. Can you guess from the top? Cream colored belly button. You guessed right, the belly button hedgehog. Here's a handful more. Right here in the middle of this abandoned Forest Service road. Something caught my eye in here. Oh, nice. A very mature hedgehog. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the color of this. Wow. That is a super mature belly button hedgehog mushroom. Wow. I think I see some gold catching my eye. It could be a winter chanterelle, or maybe it'll be a real chanterelle. Oh, on the way there, look at this. Oh, interesting. This has been cut and freshly. I'm in an area that's been picked recently. Okay, we're gonna have to branch out because somebody else has been here. I've been tromping around a little bit off trail and came across a real lovely patch of the hedgehog mushrooms. Here's a nice one. And there's a few more all around. Yeah. So, a little bit of deer tracks in here too. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep hanging out here. This is fun, finding mushrooms. Here's a beautiful patch of Chanterelles. These guys can dye fabric a beautiful red color. See, the underside of the gills is real red. That makes a great dye. I've been tromping off trail up and down some rolling hills and haven't seen a lot of mushrooms, a little patch of hedgehogs. But right now, I've just entered into an untouched patch of chanterelles, the golden chanterelle. Here's a couple of them right here. Right there. You can see the furly veins underneath there. And there's a bunch more. Here's one. Yeah, I could see probably like 8 or 10 of them. Okay, that one looks a little mushy, but oh yeah, not too bad. Let's take this with us. Oh yeah, there's another one. Couple more up there. Here's one. Ah, exciting. Whoa, that one might be a little mushy. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna leave that one. That one's slimy and gross. Yuck. Take these good ones with us. Oh yeah, double. Ooh, those are pretty. And every time I move to a new chanterelle, I see a few more coming up. The Pacific golden chanterelle. Awesome. All right, let's pick these bad boys. Clean them up too. Mushroom knife. Here under the Douglas fir tree. And hemlocks. I made it around that big log and it just opens up and continues to surprise me with more chanterelles. So a couple of tips about the habitat here. I am in an opening not dominated by the deciduous trees like I was earlier when I was talking about the alders and the maples and stuff. I'm in a conifer opening, and you can see that the forest floor isn't just full of jungle foliage. It's not just full of ferns and full of Oregon grape and other types of plants. There's some openings here with the moss and some logs down, but it seems like they like that kind of like opening in the forest where it's not such a thick jungle. Though I have found them like nestled under ferns and stuff before. I'm finding them mostly here in this open patch. I'm surrounded by old Douglas fir trees and hemlock trees, and they associate with these trees. They're mycorrhizal, which means that they grow like in association with those conifer trees. So this is great. This is a great spot right here, and it is the middle of December. Not but a few feet away from the chanterelles are some more hedgehog mushrooms too. There they are. I'm in deer country too. Here's some fresh deer scat. Be cool to find a shed out here. Lots more chanterelles under the log, under the tree. Amazing. Let's do a basket update. Wow, so full, especially with those golden chanterelles. Oh my goodness, look at this one. That thing is just picture perfect, prime condition. And we've got the belly button hedgehog mushrooms. Most of these are on the bottom now. Hopefully not getting too crushed. Oh my god, look at this behemoth. Look at all the furrows in there. Wow, they really are beautiful. Oh, here's one of the best. Here's one of the better hedgehogs. Look at all the teeth there. Wow. And then in the mesh bag there, I have the red dye Cortinarius. I harvested a few of those. And then somewhere deep down in the bottom here are just a handful of those winter chanterelles. So I harvested 3 different types of edible mushrooms, maybe 4. There might be 2 different hedgehog species. We got 2 different chanterelle species with the golden chanterelle, the winter chanterelle, both hedgehogs, and some red dye Cortinarius, not for eating, but for dyeing fabric and dyeing wool. So I am really pumped. A couple of lessons here to take away is that just when you think the mushroom season is done, like we're heading into winter, it's pretty much the end of fall. Winter is just a few days away with the solstice, and I filled my basket. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to a potluck with my coworkers, a holiday party, and I'm going to make them a wild fungi puff pastry treat, and I'm excited to share that with them. I want to say thank you everybody for joining me. I wish you all happy holidays. Please click like and subscribe if you're into this. I do all kinds of videos every Wednesday, and I think I might even have a little bit of daylight left to go fishing. So until the next video, see you next time.